What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TEC content. It's me, Llama77, and we're going to look forward to the preview for week number 1 of our Overwatch 2 action. Starting off with the lead up to playoffs, we got some games from last week to cover on the recap. First and foremost, Winber fell 1-2 to Penn Trafford. Once again, 22 kills from Peridot King have a fantastic game and leading Penn Trafford into the playoffs. West Branch would be the next squad to take their matchup. A 2-0 victory over Chartiers Houston, a lot of kills and a clean sweep would be a nice finish. Third on the day, Ferndale would also take a sweep. 2-0 fashion with how they would win over Portage area. Really strong finish from them to round out the regular season. In a playoff seeding deciding matchup, Central Cambria was able to take the 2-0 win over Winber to stay undefeated. This is going to improve Central Cambria's chances to keep on moving forward in the playoffs and in the state championships as well. In the final Division 1 matchup of the week, West Branch was able to take in sweeping fashion a victory over Boyertown. The 2-0 victory would feel good and once again push West Branch higher up in the playoffs and ready to go for next week. Done with Division 1 and moving down to Division 2 for our last week before the playoffs, starting off with West Branch. We just talked about their Division 1 team taking the win, while their Division 2 team took a win as well. 2-0 would be the final score over Salisbury Elklick, and West Branch once again solidifying themselves as the number 3 overall team. Next up, the Boyertown Bears took their win as well. 2-0, the final scoreline over Richland High School in a really nice victory and a coordinated team effort. All piloted by Avil and Kurlos. Getting the most kills on that series, they really did fight their way on through. In a battle for playoff seeding, Westmont Hilltop would take a 2-0 victory over Penn Trafford. Westmont Hilltop remains as the number 1 overall seed after that victory, not undefeated, but looking to create some waves in the playoffs. Next up, the Boyertown Bears would get their second matchup of the week. Unfortunately, they would face the tough task of playing West Branch. West Branch would walk away with a 2-0 victory and once again push themselves further up the leaderboard. In a battle for playoff contention, Ferndale would take a 2-0 victory over Chartiers Houston. It was a really hard-fought series between the two, but Astro and Skull Ripper both dropping 30 bombs and Jake the Snake dropping a 50 bomb was able to solidify the series and possibly a playoff seeding for Ferndale. And one of our only 3-game series of the week, Boyertown would get their third chance to try and pick up a win. Unfortunately, they would be facing the tough squad of Portage area. Portage area would take the series in 2-1 fashion. Once again, hard fought for Boyertown on a tough week, but Portage would remain a top contender. Next up for the Division 2, we have Richland versus Salisbury Elklick. Both these two teams with a little bit tougher regular season schedules facing off at the end of the season. Richland would be able to take the 2-0 win and add another win right before the end of the regular season. Richland hoping to move on and bring what they learned in this season to next year. Finally, in another matchup between two schools that had already found a matchup, is going to be Chartiers Houston falling 0-2 to West Branch area. West Branch with multiple wins this week going to keep on improving and looking to playoffs to prove their mettle. Done with the recap and on to playoffs here for the TEC Overwatch 2 High School Series. Starting with Division 1, we got to talk about our left side of the bracket. Central Cambria, the number 1 seed, the undefeated Giants, going to be facing off against the number 8 seeded Ferndale. On the same side of the bracket, Winburn will be facing off against Boyertown. That's a 4-5 seed matchup and promises to be one of the best matches of the week. Moving on to the right side of the bracket, the number 2 seeded Penn Trafford will take on Greater Johnstown. Penn Trafford, only one loss in the regular season, is looking to avenge that and bring it to the grand finals. In another close-seeded matchup on the same side of the bracket, the number 3 seeded West Branch will take on the number 6 seeded Forest Hills. In a storied matchup between two teams that are wanting to prove themselves to earn another title, Forest Hills is looking to make some upsets. The matchup I'm looking at for the week is that close-seeded series. The number 4 seed and the number 5 seed, Winburn and Boyertown. It's a close one. Stars on both sides, and like we said, only one win separating these two teams. Now we're done talking about Division 1 and their playoffs, but let's move down to Division 2 and see how things are shaking up. Starting with our left side of the bracket, once again, number 1 seeded Westmont Hilltop, with only one loss in the regular season, will be facing off against Ferndale. Ferndale and a couple of upsets on both the brackets will be looking to bring their test. Still on the same side of the bracket, and another close-seeded matchup. Number 4 seeded Franklin Regional will take on the number 5 seeded Penn Trafford. A close one in terms of overall skill and overall seeding. Both these teams are trying to make a path to that grand finals. Hopping on over to the other side of the bracket, and starting with our number 2 seeded Forest Hills versus our number 7 seeded Uniontown. Forest Hills, the team with multiple trophies in their back pocket, looking to add another, but maybe not for Rocket League this time. On the same side of the bracket, the number 3 seeded West Branch will be taking on the number 6 seeded Portage area. It is going to be a great matchup and is actually my matchup to watch of the week. Only one win separates these two teams, and they do seem to have both that fight in them. Portage has pulled off some upsets already in the season. The question is, can they do it here again? Well, that's all for our update and recap here for the TEC Overwatch 2. Look forward to the playoffs week number 1. Make sure not only are you tuning into the streams, we've got so many amazing matchups going on. Make sure you follow those Twitch streams, hit the notification button, and make sure not only this content piece, but you're checking out all of our other content pieces. We got them for every single game. We got top 5 plays, and it is going to be awesome. Make sure if you already have not booked your tickets for the May 19th, the grand finals, be there or be square. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Luke Llama 77 Williams, and I'll see you all next time. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TEC content. It's me, Llama77. We're going to look forward to the preview for week number 1 of our Overwatch 2 action. Starting off with the lead up to playoffs, we got some games from last week to cover on the recap. First and foremost, Winburn fell 1-2 to Penn Trafford. Once again, 22 kills from Peridot King have a fantastic game and leading Penn Trafford into the playoffs. West Branch would be the next squad to take their matchup. A 2-0 victory over Chartiers Houston. A lot of kills and a clean sweep would be a nice finish. Third on the day, Ferndale would also take a sweep. 2-0 fashion with how they would win over Portage area. Really strong finish from them to round out the regular season. Playoff seeding deciding matchup, Central Cambria was able to take the 2-0 win over Winburn to stay undefeated. This is going to improve Central Cambria's chances to keep on moving forward in the playoffs and in the state championships as well. In the final Division 1 matchup of the week, West Branch was able to take in sweeping fashion a victory over Boyertown. The 2-0 victory would feel good and once again push West Branch higher up in the playoffs and ready to go for next week. Done with Division 1 and moving down to Division 2 for our last week before the playoffs, starting off with West Branch. We just talked about their Division 1 team taking the win, while their Division 2 team took a win as well. 2-0 would be the final score over Salisbury Elklick, and West Branch once again solidifying themselves as the number 3 overall team. Next up, the Boyertown Bears took their win as well. 2-0, the final scoreline over Richland High School in a really nice victory and a coordinated team effort. All piloted by Avil and Curlos. Getting the most kills on that series, they really did fight their way on through. In a battle for playoff seeding, Westmont Hilltop would take a 2-0 victory over Penn Trafford. Westmont Hilltop remains as the number 1 overall seed after that victory, not undefeated, but looking to create some waves in the playoffs. Next up, the Boyertown Bears would get their second matchup of the week. Unfortunately, they would face the tough task of playing West Branch. West Branch would walk away with a 2-0 victory and once again push themselves further up the leaderboard. In a battle for playoff contention, Ferndale would take a 2-0 victory over Chartiers Houston. It was a really hard-fought series between the two, but Astro and Skull Ripper both dropping 30 bombs and Jake the Snake dropping a 50 bomb was able to solidify the series and possibly a playoff seeding for Ferndale. In one of our only 3-game series of the week, Boyertown would get their third chance to try and pick up a win. Unfortunately, they would be facing the tough squad of Portage Area. Portage Area would take the series in 2-1 fashion. Once again, hard fought for Boyertown on a tough week, but Portage would remain a top contender. Next up for the Division 2, we have Richland versus Salisbury Elklick. Both these two teams with a little bit tougher regular season schedules facing off at the end of the season. Richland would be able to take the 2-0 win and add another win right before the end of the regular season. Richland hoping to move on and bring what they learned in this season to next year. Finally, in another matchup between two schools that had already found a matchup, is going to be Chartiers Houston falling 0-2 to West Branch Area. West Branch with multiple wins this week going to keep on improving and looking to playoffs to prove their mettle. Done with the recap and on to playoffs here for the TEC Overwatch 2 High School Series. Starting with Division 1. We got to talk about our left side of the bracket. Central Cambria, the number 1 seed, the undefeated Giants, going to be facing off against the number 8 seeded Ferndale. On the same side of the bracket, Winburn will be facing off against Boyertown. That's a 4-5 seed matchup and promises to be one of the best matches of the week. Moving on to the right side of the bracket, the number 2 seeded Penn Trafford will take on Greater Johnstown. Penn Trafford, only 1 loss in the regular season, is looking to avenge that and bring it to the grand finals. In another close-seeded matchup on the same side of the bracket, the number 3 seeded West Branch will take on the number 6 seeded Forest Hills. In a storied matchup between two teams that are wanting to prove themselves to earn another title, Forest Hills is looking to make some upsets. The matchup I'm looking at for the week is that close-seeded series. The number 4 seed and the number 5 seed, Winburn and Boyertown. It's a close one. Stars on both sides, and like we said, only 1 win separating these two teams. Now we're done talking about Division 1 and their playoffs, but let's move down to Division 2 and see how things are shaking up. Starting with our left side of the bracket once again. Number 1 seeded Westmont Hilltop, with only 1 loss in the regular season, will be facing off against Ferndale. Ferndale and a couple of upsets on both the bracket.
What's up, brothers? We are ready to go in for our playoff matchup. We've got to start it off here in Division number 1. We've got West Branch versus Forest Hills. And interestingly enough, tonight we are experimenting, if you will, Lord Ethan. We're doing something we haven't done prior to this. We're doing map bans. So right now, our first round was Control. I believe Forest Hills banned Antarctic Peninsula, which is weird. Why are you banning Antarctic Peninsula first and foremost? So West Branch picked Lijiang Tower. I feel like Lijiang is the map to ban, right? Like, 'cause people like Lijiang. I don't like Lijiang anymore.
You know, I share that opinion, Joker, and that's why I actually think that Lijiang is the map to play. You know, it's this approach that that teams have with maps like Dorado or Circuit Royale or Havana. You know, you just get really good at those particular maps so that you throw off all of your opponents who like to play it. There are some strengths of this map that are afforded to the West Branch squad as well. It makes sense that they would pick this one. And honestly, hearing that Forest Hills did ban Antarctic is interesting to me. It does help them, though. They're rolling out on this kind of poke
Stop
rush
talking about this.
composition.
Talk about the Rhine. Talk about the Rhine. Talk about the Rhine. Both of us
Ryan's
on.
good right now.
I know. Ryan's good. You're going to go right into him like you're seeing Baldiff do right now. But JB Bomber's going to take Firelord out of the fight. But so many people are low right now on the side of Forest Hills, right? As Baldiff's going to be swinging for the fences, taking Toasty Boy out, looking like... well, I'll say O'Neal Cruz because this is closer to the Pittsburgh area.
The Reinhardt is interesting to me because I had anticipated picking a map like Lijiang Tower and as well with a ball rework that admittedly doesn't increase his level on the power scaling. I would have figured that this would have been a great dive arena. West Branch is running this rush really well, looking to just cut off Forest Hills from however they rotate.
Yeah, rotating onto the point as they're trying to, but it's going to be caught out a little bit with the game plays on the main. No one comes through, but no one was expecting the Shatter drop down on top of them by Baldiff, knocking down 3. But there goes JB Bommel finding Baldiff off the side of the map. But everyone, again, they're just so low from that Shatter coming in. And now, especially with the anti-nade, and oh no, boy, DPS Diff coming in with the nano hammer, taking down Oliver, and now this is looking still really good for West Branch.
Oh yeah, because they've got ultimates coming up into this. Actually, both DPS ultimates have been generated faster than most of the other ones in the lobby. Fortunately, JB Bommel for Forest Hills will have that sound barrier to use defensively, but they'll only be able to use it for a very limited period of time. The ultimates that West Branch are coming up on do have a longer shelf life than whatever JB Bommel will be able to mitigate on their own.
Oh, and Oliver all alone, getting forced out, getting taken down. Baldiff is having a ball of a time, as that is just going to be 4 kills coming in.
I don't think the kids are saying that these days, Joker. We said that like back in like the 19th century. You got to get with the times here. This is Overwatch we're watching, and there's about to be some nutty Overwatch that we see here. Tons of ultimates on both sides.
Oh, another nice Maywall coming in from the game plays. The Blizzard as well. Molten Core, Toasty Boy gets dropped down right after they, use their Death Blossom. As this is going to flip back over. Brain Drain's going to take down DPS Diff, who was trying to be a funny, silly guy, but not going to be able to find any picks. But Bloodhound is going to go down swiftly afterwards. Might be a late second touch coming in, but JB falls off, and there the map goes to West Branch.
Yeah, but not without some fierce resistance, and honestly, it might take a keen-eyed viewer to really notice what that resistance looks like. It's the ultimate exchange in that massive room where Forest Hills said, no holds barred, let's throw everything we can at them to try and win this fight. West Branch is able to either use their ultimates better or just play that section of the map a little bit cleaner, gives them that advantage there. But Forest Hills has had some really good moments. JB Bommel had a really nice boop onto Baldiff there, and they were lurking around the outside the entire time looking for those environmental eliminations. Needless to say, the coordination, the rotations, the movement pathing to these various fights on this rush composition from West Branch is absolutely spectacular, and they're finding some really great opportunities to punish Forest Hills for any mistakes that they manage to catch in time as well. You're going to end up seeing DPS Diff move onto the Venture for control. Lijiang Control Center. It's actually a pretty good adaptation into this rush composition. I actually don't know myself how Venture fits into this comp. We haven't haven't experimented with it ourselves. And Venture's actually been banned in our tournaments up until playoffs are over. So I love seeing them run here, but it just means that you're going to get to see a lot of individualism probably emerge from DPS Stiff. A lot of like cleanup as if they're playing Tracer.
We'll see how it's played as Toasty Boy, speaking of which, has moved over to the Tracers. Oh my goodness, Baldiff is already in the back line. So already in the back line of Forest Hills there. I mean, wow. Going in, Brain Drain's taken down. Baldiff is just swinging whatever they want to. They are going to get taken down in the meanwhile. But, and, you know, Bloodhound finds another pick as well. This could change things, especially if another pick comes through. A nice sleep dart coming in from Baihu Lei on a Toasty Boy. The point is going to be captured up, though, by Forest Hills, but now the Ghost Sign coming in from the Brawl composition of West Branch right onto the remaining members of the opposition. JB Bommel down in for the count, and so will Oliver in a few short moments with the drive coming in. Not going to be able to find something, but the picks still keep coming through, and there is a nice drill dash finishing it off from DPS now.
I'm really glad to see West Branch playing all the characters that they are and having as much freedom as they do to play them. Baldiff on the Reinhardt, you know, it's capturing that 2016 Overwatch tank player power fantasy, right? And now they've got the barrier, I'm sorry, the Earth Shatter to make sure this fight is a really quick one for them.
Yeah. They definitely do, as the Bears already gone down. Shatter connects right on the head of Toasty Boy, and that is that yet again. Then Nano Boost being invested as well. That's just kind of disrespectful. They did not need that at all.
No, West Branch's ultimate usages is definitely eliciting a furrowed or perhaps raised eyebrow from me, but they're winning so far. Yeah, exactly. That is something we used to say in the 19th century. But there's another fight about to break out, and Forest Hills is coming up on some very crucial ultimates.
You realize the 19th century was the 1800s, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. The picks are going to come back in from West Branch yet again. Baldiff's going to go DPS Stiff there as well. West Branch squad looking really clean with it. DPS Stiff finishing it off onto Oliver.
And they're still ultimates. I mean, you still have so many ultimates on both sides, and you're coming up in the last team fight territory. Sorry, my mind blanked there because I'm trying to imagine any one of just infinite scenarios that could take place, but unfortunately, very few of them involve Forest Hills winning this map by getting through this choke. It's so difficult, made even harder by the fact that a really good Bionade has slowed Oliver down from the rest of the team looking to touch.
Soundbeer comes through, the pin onto Oliver. Oh, they are going to get stunned up, but Baldiff is still alive and healthy. The Shatter are going to come online. Brain Drain's taken out, and that's all she wrote. The Shatter not even worrying about a target, taking him down and finishing it with the Tectonic Shock. Is that seems like control might have been on
I think it was the scrim code, which is actually always fun. I mean, for posterity's sake, it is West Branch who gets to win that. It could be any one of many plays of the games. I immediately think about Baldiff and some of those shatters that we got to see. A really nice neutral Sojourn gameplay that we very briefly got a glimpse of there on Control Center early on in the round. That was going to be Bloodhound of Forest Hills, and honestly, who knows? Maybe it goes to the Nano Hammer from DPS. Diff, I think, was playing the Torbjorn. So play of the game could have gone to any one of them. We actually got to see some really remarkable ones, but it is about time that we get moving into Map 2. Now, Joker, you mentioned map bans and picks earlier. Map 2 is a particularly interesting set, considering that there were 2 potential modes that could have been played.
Yeah, interestingly enough, we were told that hybrid was an option, which
we haven't actually ever seen hybrid in TEC. Like, at least for a year and a half. I don't think that we've seen a hybrid. Might have seen it in finals last year, but I can't.
Literally, no, we didn't. We picked because push and
because you and I have historically decided,
Yeah.
or not historically, at least last year, we decided the map pools for
Yeah,
playoffs.
For the past 2 playoffs, I think 3 playoffs, we've been, which again, the heck, we could have done it again, but whatever.
They hate us.
They hate
Well,
it.
you know, I actually really like this.
I know. I also
like this innovation.
I like map bans as a concept. I don't like it when it's the entire map pool.
All of the escort and hybrid modes. I mean, those are the worst modes in Overwatch 2,
Yeah, exactly.
in fairness.
Hybrid's the worst map.
Name me a good escort map and bring me a good hybrid map that isn't
Midtown.
King's Row.
Midtown is pseudo King's Row. What are you talking about?
Midtown is needlessly complicated.
No, it's not. It's literally King's Row adjacent.
That's wild. That's wild because Midtown wasn't designed by Aaron Keller, the GOAT of Overwatch.
Midtown is King's Row adjacent.
I'll admit I do really like Midtown. I think that Midtown is
we aren't going to Midtown.
I think that there's a very specific way to play Midtown, and that's
why
I enjoy it.
We're talking about Midtown. We're not even going to Midtown.
No, we're not. We're not going to hybrid either.
We're not going to hybrid. We're going. Actually, this is really interesting as well because we don't think of these teams as double sniper teams, or, right? And we are going to Circuit Royale, which still is double sniper. It's an interesting It's an interesting choice. It's definitely an interesting choice. I have seen a spawn hold with a Symmetra before on this map, though.
It's interesting. I think that as a player base, we've done a really good job, and honestly, with a mountain of evidence as well. We actually just got word as well that actually hybrid isn't eligible for that map 2 game mode.
That'd have been weird.
I would have liked it. It would have made things like super spicy, and I like that. I'm here in Dallas, guys, and I haven't gone to my local Tex-Mex joint.
You know who's also going to be in
Dallas?
Asian
place at the end of May. You and Chef Billy and Bull Skunk's already down here.
The CGL crew. So if you go to DreamHack Dallas, see me, get my autograph, make me feel like a celebrity in front of people. I've already told people, like my friend Tiny Shiny, who just got announced for the Overwatch Collegiate series. She's casting that. I'm gonna run up to her and I'm running up to her and saying, "Oh my God, that's Tiny Shiny. Can I have your autograph on my badge, please?" And I'm also gonna probably do that to Sam Talks.
Oh, Sam Talks is fantastic as well.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do that to everyone.
Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. I would love to get some player autographs here as well, but we'll have to wait a little bit longer for that until we're up in Pennsylvania next.
Maybe next fall.
There's a lot of talent on these rosters for sure, and seeing them go to a head-to-head here on Circuit Royale, you might want to say is a little bit boring, but look at that. There's a Junkrat in the mix here.
Alright, that's in the mix, and obviously, DPS Diff has always been historically a good Junkrat player, right?
Yeah, really creative.
What? Okay, first of all, what the heck is West Branch running here?
I've said it. I've actually said it since day one. Circuit Royale is a very good arena for talented Doomfist players, and we do know Baldiff to be a talented Doomfist player. It has more to deal with the different ways that you can use the map and the interactions that you have with the prevailing composition, which is the Sigma poke comp. But it is quite high risk.
Big pick by Toasty Boy onto by Hule. But again, a lot of people are low. The healing is going to be there, but especially if you can find a pick. Toasty Boy almost finding another one though. But you gotta be in check. There's still people that can take it down if you are Toasty Boy. Trying to hold. There's the Riptire coming in. Oh,
Oh, I got taken combo as well.
What? That's crazy. You know what? These kids are so good. I don't even. I can't even call it properly because I mean, like, wow, that's just incredible.
They end the fight so much quicker than I'm prepared to, and in ways that I never could have expected. And honestly, that's easy to say of West Branch right now, but we've also historically said it about the entire Forest Hills squad, both the members who are new to the roster this year, that is the fall 2023 and spring 2024 season, as well as previous iterations. They have the means to break this. The Widow sites are definitely going to help out a little bit, but they lose JB Balma, which is a man disadvantage.
Yeah, going down, and there's the empowered punch, taking Toasty Boy for a ride, and so Bloodhound 2. That should be another pick coming in from Baldiff, a third pick, a fourth pick perhaps? No, yep, no, baby, come on, oh.
That's such a good transcendence. I love JB Balma on the Zen. They're so good.
That's just, yeah, it's just kind of funny.
Slows down Baldiff for sure.
Yeah, it slows down Baldiff, now allows the rest of your team to get out of spawn to try to recapture things, and Bahule falling down as well is huge. They now have that opportunity to go forward. Ant Matrix is in a little bit farther away than you were hoping for, but if you can find DPS stuff here, that would be a massive, right, for them. There's the Blizzard coming online. It's going to connect to 4, and you don't have the Transcendence any longer. Kitsune Rush coming in. Overclock comes through from Bloodhound, but it's just not going to find anything. In the end, there's 35 seconds to go.
Now, 35 seconds is a very short amount of time when you're thinking about capturing the first point of this particular escort map. It's very challenging, and I love what Forest Hills is trying to accomplish. They're trying to play by the book, trying to play conventional. They're playing the characters that are good for this map and that are bad against the, or I'm sorry, that are good against the comp that West Branch is running, but they still can't shut it down. There's a Riptire. It doesn't get anything, but does open up the fight spectacularly.
Yeah, Toasty Boy finding Bahule out yet again, first and foremost. But they've got to be able to continue going in, especially if you can find Baldiff here. But while you're dealing with Baldiff, DPS Diff has already found 3. And there should just be the end with a 4th coming through, a 5th coming in. DPS Diff with the ace to finish off the defending round for West Branch.
Yeah, really, really good stuff from West Branch, and it's just them owning up to their composition, the identity that they're running, the way that they want to play, really, really nicely. It puts this series in match point territory. It means that we're probably looking at a pretty quick and uncomplicated West Branch dub here for this series. I want to go back to highlighting Forest Hills. I very briefly got to talk about it, but I like what they're running. Again, this is the Sigma composition with Poke. You got your Bamp, your Zen, possibly double snipers. But if they don't have double sniper on their team, that is West Branch, then you don't need double snipers on your team. Look at Bloodhound and Toasty Boy now on the Junkrat Reaper, right? I like those DPS picks. It would be kind of funny if West Branch ran out double sniper and just was absolutely able to make something happen, because you would be able to make something happen with double sniper against what Forest Hills is running, at least without the context of Oliver P playing as well as we know them to do on the Sigma. The thing is, when your opponent isn't playing the map according to the Sigma rules, that is the Poke composition, the way that you play Poke on this map, I think that you can afford to change it up. You know, I think that we could see Forest Hills on a dive. I think that we could see them on a rush. I think we could see them mirror the Doomfist composition and possibly find more success. It's more about how you know how to play the comp, but since West Branch is being interesting, I think that Forest Hills could be too.
They could be indeed. The real interesting thing is the Far Mercy in the backline. GameSlays is on the Widowmaker as well, and they've already found 1 pick, and they're already putting Forest Hills on the back foot, and they might have just really sealed the deal, especially if you take out Oliver. There they go down, and that probably just about does it for season.
Yeah, only a couple more eliminations to secure, and the rest that were already gotten have a long walk back from spawn, and that's going to be it. The end of this series. A victory for West Branch, sending them forward in the playoffs bracket. And you know, honestly, unsurprisingly as well, West Branch has been an absolutely killer squad for I think a couple of seasons now. The Forest Hills is no less great than they've ever been, but their adversity has increased over the last couple of years. It's actually nutty to think about just how good Overwatch players are getting, even here at the actually no, especially here at the high school level,
Yeah.
as they take new techniques, new ways of thinking after this spring semester into the collegiate scene, where invariably some of these players get to be as big as the names that well are on my Winthrop signed CECC shirt.
Well.
So happy about this. This is actually even for me.
Yeah.
This is from my buddy Mudkip.
Oh, yeah. 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 I was going to say, the level of competition that when we first started casting, TEC
Oh my goodness, yeah.
has drastically increased from the days that Forest Hills was just dominating everyone, to now, where there are teams that can actually go to toe to toe with the top teams, which is really great to see. What is also great to see is we've got 2 more matches for you after this. We've got a D2 matchup with West Branch versus Portage right after this short break. Welcome back, everyone. It is time for match number 2 of the afternoon. We're headed into, who could have guessed, Lijiang Tower.
Do you think we'll go for the 3-for-3 on Lijiang today, Joker?
Yes, because that's
Popular
how
map.
it is popular, and it's annoying that it's popular because let's see some variety. Come on. Competitive Overwatch is better when there's variety, right, Lord Ethan? Yeah.
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. No, I guess so. I'd say
because
yeah.
no one
instinctively.
likes to see, right? Like no one likes to see the mirror matchups, boring mirror matchups, right?
Well, I mean, I think that if meta in like the same thing every game like gets us away from, I don't know, Roadhog, I guess I'm fine with that kind of consistency.
5, 4, 3,
But
2,
they're actually good. Both these teams are going for
It's like a
or
brawly.
both. Yeah, another.
Maybe it isn't.
Yeah, so we're gonna transition over to the game here. It's interesting. Iron Dragon, again, they are gonna be just sticking with the Reinhardt here. Is West Branch Division 2 team, as well as their Division 1 team. As Charge is just gonna come in, kind of doing it. See how it works out for him. Mustang Proud very low. Dockside low as well, but Ayo, it's Neo is gonna be able to take down NY Trickster. But it might just not be enough. Everyone's so low on Portage as they're gonna keep finding the picks out from West Branch here. As they're gonna be able to take this point after the kills come through.
Yeah, I think I just want to see Portage just like all in onto people. You know, don't get scared whenever the health drops low. Don't back up whenever you don't have your cooldowns, because like it's almost always safer in than out. I want to see Portage like really win some fights by just not caring about what happens to them and only trying to win the fight. That's a nice save. Ooh, nice shot too.
Cool. That was cool tech coming in from NY Trickster, but in the end, they still do fall down. Face to face with a nice counter back as well, stopping Iron Dragon from taking someone for a ride. The Shatter is available though, and now they found 2. They're still gonna invest this in and take this fight. And you know what? They might not even need it here. Lord Ethan is Ayo, it's Neo is the only person left on point, and Iron Dragon just kept swinging.
Yeah, even through the deflect, and they can have the Earth Shout for this next fight as well. Portage is in. Ooh, perhaps the Frog getting a little bit antsy to get those E-limbs. That is a nice pick there onto Hactor. But Battle of the Frogs here, and 9 Kiwi's gonna walk away the win.
Yeah, goodbye, goodbye Mustang Proud. He's about to sound very real. Shatter is online for Iron Dragon, right? So they've got an opportunity to keep this going. That's unfortunate. Blade comes in. Rally comes in as well. That's unfortunate. As the Shatter is going to be available this time. This is the perfect chance to use the Shatter. There's no more Brig Bash. Charging in, going for the picks. Iron Dragon still hasn't used the Shatter, and they've gotten Goomba stomped back to oblivion. But Toby is going to find 2 picks with their overclock. Self-destruct comes in, not going to find anything. And there it goes. The point to West Branch.
It was a pretty wild exchange, and out of all the ultimates that we got to see, the Shatter was not one of them. No wonder we're getting antsy here in the booth to see Iron Dragon go for it. At least they let it rip before heading to our next sub-map. I would think it's really funny if we go to Control Center next, because that'll be a repeat of the series that we got to see last, especially considering that West Branch is playing. It's their D2 team this time around, and no Control Center.
We get to see a different sub-map. Yippee!
Woo-hoo. That's okay. We'll get to see all 3 of them in the 3rd series of the afternoon. Contingent on oh my goodness, I actually forgot who the higher seeded team was. Penn Trafford. How could I forget? Contingent that Penn Trafford picks Lijiang Tower. I think that'd be really funny.
You know, Penn Trafford's a higher seed in the Division 1.
Yeah, we're going back to. Oh wait, you're right. This is Division 2 Overwatch that I'm looking at. Yeah.
So I think Franklin. I think we're doing Franklin Regional. Yeah, Franklin Regional is the 4 seed and Pentrafford's the 5 seed.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, Franklin picks Lijon unless Pentrafford bans it then. First, we'll have to get through this series. Right now, the paces that are being set make it appear as if this is West Branch's game to win. Portage area could still absolutely triumph over this matchup. I would say it's not even steeped in adversity. It's really just a matter of again, you just go in. Don't worry about what they can do to you. You go in, get your picks, make your sacrifices, get your trades.
Well, West Branch is getting their picks yet again. Iron Dragon swinging before the fences like he's Aaron Judge. As they're going to go in. Dockside taken for a ride, taken down as well by NY Trickster. The Fire Shack cleans up AO. It's Neo.
I really like Iron Dragon's Reinhardt with Death Nuggets Kiriko. I know that when we think about Ryan and Rush composition, we think about the Baptiste and Lucio matchup or composition. The fact is that Kiriko also pumps out an insane amount of healing, and you still have that immortality cooldown. You also still have a Frog here lurking around looking for environmental elims. I really thought they were going to take a drink there, but they managed to make it back and are coming up close on, well, support ultimates here for West Branch.
Oh, yeah, wow. Yeah, nice move coming in yet again from Yan Kiwi. They're just going to kind of win them the fight, right? They can't really push in without that healing that the Brigida has. Behind a wall. That's tough.
I mean, I'll say it, that move is egregious.
Oh, no.
Oh no, I feel Face the Mace's pain. I don't know why they buffed the displacement, the knockback on Lucio Boot, and we're actually getting changes to the tank roll for it, I think. They're gonna have 50% knockback resistance as opposed to, I think it's 25 right now. It's a good change for tanks, but I just don't know why it ever needed to happen in the first place. CC getting power crept and Dockside going down this fight. That has to be an instant reset here for Portage.
Yeah, it's going to have to be. Iron Dragon just swings around and finds 3, and it's already up to 75%. They haven't had to use an ultimate here. This should just be the point going to West Branch.
Quite possibly, and even if we do get to see a full fight take place here, it's going to include every single ultimate that we both have and are going to get here. And my tricks are really fiending for the last ult of their Bob. Oh no, Face the Mace! Kinda got booped.
Oh, going down, wrapping it up, really. I mean, there's, unless the self-destruct finds a couple, but it does not. Mustang Proud has fallen. Hector is going to go down as well. The Blizzard is going to come in, but in the end, West Branch are going to take the map. They are going to be able to get a touch, though. Rally comes in, and Iron Dragon did get caught up.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. They got caught up celebrating their victory, Lord Ethan.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
They were all emoting on point.
Yeah, that'll do it. Oh no.
Yeah.
That's that's deserved. Competitive integrity. You play the best that you can until that timer runs out and you see victory or defeat on that screen. Definitely a setback here for West Branch.
Oh, I didn't know that was competitive integrity. I did that every time I competed.
No way.
Just had this. You have to stun on him. As a Reinhardt player, you have to stun on him. And we're seeing Iron Dragon do that yet again. Mustang Proud is out, but the pick comes back. Hector finds the pick, so they're going to go charging in yet again. The Shatter almost up and ready to go, but Iron Dragon had Neo right behind him the entire time. And that is just going to allow them to find the pick on to the Reinhardt. And no, you kind of have to die or get out here unless you find a pick from one of the West Branch players right now, because you're kind of just staggering out. You're not really looking for an actual pick. And now with Nyan Kiwi out of the fight, you're buying even more time for Portage to get better and better caster resetting. Now they're investing the Kitsune Rush. They're investing the Pulse Bomb. They find a pick. you've got to invest to shatter, or really, if you're gonna try to win this out. I don't know what is going on. All these ultimates being invested, but there's no real direction coming in from West Branch at the moment. They're gonna invest this the Blizzard here. Yeah, but still, it looks like the West Branch are gonna be able to flip the point.
I'm fighting the urge to go into coaching mode, talk about the punishment for the ego that we got to see from Portage Area, expertly delivered by one of my favorite teams to watch in TEC. Since the start of the season, it has not been a secret that Portage Area is probably actually number one at my top favorite D2 team. So West Branch, deserved. Eagle on an opponent like Portage, and absolutely, you're gonna lose, and then fail to get it together afterwards. Give me a break, guys. That was all right. Coaching mode over. Caster mode enabled. Really nicely played from West Branch to bring themselves back from that hiccup. But Portage actually got some really nice time in the sun. Absolutely loved IU. It's Neo. Take advantage of their opportunity to go for the blade. We run Sojourn in our compositions, and whenever my Sojourn goes for their overclock, if we have a beat that we can apply, I actually really like to apply that sound barrier because it means that you're investing into the success of that DPS ultimate. So I really liked as well when you saw Mustang come in with a sound barrier to enhance that blade, enabling AO to get those 3 targets, and then from there the rest is history. AO also had some really nice target prioritization in the consecutive fights. It's just if all of Portage, if all of them can just look at one target at a time, again, or one target at a time, again, as a team, without looking at anything else and without having any fear whatsoever, just all in on that one target, I think we'd actually be seeing a much different series.
I agree with you. I liked I've always liked Neo. Neo's a really good DPS player, right?
Yep.
I'm excited to see if we see them in Division 1 in the fall. Especially
map.
Yeah, we already knew the map. Right, gang? We already knew the map.
Oh, you have so many. Don't we have like 8 escort maps?
Wait. I thought we were going to Havana. I'm so confused. Oh my goodness. Portage thought it was their band, but it going to Circuit Royale again.
I hate that map. I hate Circuit Royale.
You know what? It could be worse, Lord Ethan. It could be worse. We could have been going to Havana.
That's true. We almost did go to Havana as well. I suppose fortuitous.
Or if we could still go to a hybrid, we could have been going to Paraiso.
That map is so bad. Holy. I actually can't remember the last time my team and I like legitimately scrimmed Paraiso because of just how bad it is.
Any collegiate team that's watching this, when you play UB,
yep.
Take
us to Paraiso. We will not win, I promise. We had a scrim partner actually choose that map the other day. It was a couple of weeks ago actually. And so they picked Paraiso, and I literally told the team right then and there, I was like, do whatever you guys want. I don't care about this map. Like this is just no reason for us to be good at this map. And so we ran out on ball comp and got dumpstered.
And then you get then you make it to CECC, and it's in the map pool, and you have to play Paraiso.
Yeah, that's true. It's so sad. That map is in desperate need of a rework. This map is as well. Fortunately, this map is getting a rework as well. Starting off on Circuit Royale, we're going to see West Branch mounting their defense. It's possible that you see another full hold here, but with Face the Mace on this Life Weaver, you're going to get some trickery going up over the ledge and diving the back line.
All right, let's get in the game here now and we see Iron Dragon take Mustang Proud out already. West Branch is looking to do what their Division 1 team was able to do and hold out on point number 1, and so far they are doing just that. AO, it's Neo's falling down. Face the Mace. This is already a wash. They're not on Brigida. What is going on here?
I know, the Life Weaver, and here in a moment you guys will be able to see what we're seeing. It's the first fight wrapping up in favor of West Branch. This first point full hold, despite some actually late arrivals from the back line to this squad, and now face the Mace back on that Brigida, relying on the depth of experience they have on that support hero to help the team push around this first point.
Yeah, it's yeah, that was really good stuff all around right now. See how AOCO is going to come in. They're going to take down face the Mace's Iron Dragon. And now, yeah, this is just going to be the hold yet again coming in from West Branch.
Yeah, really, really nice stuff. It's MY Trickster on this Junkrat, Iron Dragon on this Reinhardt. You just got so much burst damage, and again, you're not really feeling the full brunt of the pressure that could be applied by the composition that Porter's just running. It's something that I've been meditating on recently, is just finding the capacity to move past that tank. I think that if Portage can just find a way to put a little bit of space between themselves and Iron Dragon, where Iron Dragon is in the front line of West Branch and Portage is in the back line of West Branch, I think that we see a different series.
Yeah, you should definitely see a different series, but right now it's all West Branch in the driver's seat, and they're going to continue pressing the pedal to the metal, as this is going to be, yeah, this is a fight going all the way to West Branch yet again here, Lord Ethan.
Yep, decisive stuff from them, and they've got ultimates to make this next fight even more decisive. They were only they only needed to use the Kitsune Rush in that previous engagement. Now Mustang will have that sound barrier again, and Dockside now on the Maga is going to be able to apply ample pressure, but they're also going to be taking ample damage, and the walls from Hector will only buy so much time. Fortunately, you have a Feeding Frog, Nye and Kiwi going down, means that there's no opportunity to rotate from this corner. West Branch has to hold or die here.
Yeah, as they come into this, is they've already found a pick on the Death Note, and now with the Dragon Blade coming in, it looks like the streak of West Branch victories on Circuit Royale is coming to an end here, or at least for right now.
Portage gets some progress. There's still a Junkrat to dispatch in the back lines. Let me get the drop on you. You just got to play your patience there, Ayo. And don't walk into the trap. I'm riveted, Joker. How is this gonna end? Oh, beautiful, beautiful stuff from AO, and that's an incredible stagger as well.
So a really good stagger coming in. Sound barrier comes in from Nyan Kiwi.
Oh no!
Oh, they almost found it too. Slam comes down. Shatter is available. Sound barrier comes through. You've got to invest the Shatter. You need to invest the Shatter. Where's the Shatter? Thank you. Finally investing the Shatter, and gonna be taking Dockside for a little, well, not even a drink in the water, right? That's going down to a bridge there, right? So the picks coming in from West Branch are going to be enough, isn't? Yeah, that's right into the circuit of Circuit Royale. Okay, you get that?
A little bit of
Get it?
I do get it. I was never like much of a racing kind of fella.
Yeah.
I've learned a little bit more about it over the years, and actually the athletic prowess of people who drive race cars is actually insane.
Have you seen like Max Verstappen's reflexes?
No, but I bet they're absolutely
Oh my goodness.
insane.
Wait, I'm gonna find the video while you talk about what we just saw.
Well, what we saw was, was some absolutely meme cheese dream team kind of rat player ethics in motion there for West Branch, and honestly, really nicely played from them. I would say they're getting a little bit greedy. West Branch finding the perfect ways currently to push my buttons as someone who coaches the game, and but honestly, at the end of the day, we have to love how much success they're getting off of these fun things to do. And if Overwatch is at its core, playing it competitively is still about playing the game itself, which in and of itself involves having a great deal of fun, then West Branch is playing really well, and they're playing correctly, no less. And NY Trickster gets in a banger opening pick onto Mustang Crown, and with Face the Mace gone as well, it's an easy push around this first corner.
Yeah, the fight's already kind of won, right? You don't have Face the Mace, who is a linchpin of this composition. And now you kind of have to try to play for a little bit of time. But now losing Hector and Dockside get DMAC, this might just be over, especially if you find a late stagger onto someone like Mustang Proud has moved over the Yari here, or Face the Mace. If Nyankiwi can find a pick, but they cannot afford to go down here. You've got to be a little bit more cautious if you're the Lucio.
Nine Kiwi kind of learning and adapting the ebb and flow that they need to win this match, and already you got this
180
class fight. No, keep it classy out there.
A 180. That was really nice. Face the Mace, though, is going to find Iron Dragon out, but it might be a little too late. AA Steel finds a pick as well, but NY Trickster's still there, ever present with the Junkrat, and that's going to end it all off as West Branch copies their Division 1 team, going 2-0 on the same 2 maps.
Really good stuff from West Branch. West Branch, both of their teams are just so incredibly good. It's possible that they are so good, in fact, that West Branch has kind of forgotten what it is to lose. Portage gets greeted by that bitterness this afternoon, and unfortunately, after such a fun season of watching you guys, Portage, y'all are my favorite team in D2, and I'm gonna miss you guys until the fall, that's for sure. But I cannot wait to see how you guys' roster has iterated and how it's changed as well by that point. You guys are gonna be playing even better than you guys did this season. Really nice season, guys. GG's. And we'll see you hopefully very soon. For West Branch, we actually get to see them once again. West Branch D2 will be advancing in their Division 2 bracket. Very exciting stuff because they are playing against some incredibly talented D2 teams. So we'll actually, I think, be bringing us one of those other playoff matches on the other side of short break. Don't go anywhere because neither are we. We'll be right back.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TEC content. It's me, Llama77. We're going to look forward to the preview for week number 1 of our Overwatch 2 action. Starting off with the lead up to playoffs, we got some games from last week to cover on the recap. First and foremost, Winburn fell 1-2 to Penn Trafford. Once again, 22 kills from Peridot King have a fantastic game and leading Penn Trafford into the playoffs. West Branch would be the next squad to take their matchup. A 2-0 victory over Chartiers Houston. A lot of kills and a clean sweep would be a nice finish. Third on the day, Ferndale would also take a sweep. 2-0 fashion with how they would win over Portage area. Really strong finish from them to round out the regular season. In a playoff seeding deciding matchup, Central Cambria was able to take the 2-0 win over Winburn to stay undefeated. This is going to improve Central Cambria's chances to keep on moving forward in the playoffs and in the state championships as well. In the final Division 1 matchup of the week, West Branch was able to take in sweeping fashion a victory over Boyertown. The 2-0 victory would feel good and once again push West Branch higher up in the playoffs and ready to go for next week. Done with Division 1 and moving down to Division 2 for our last week before the playoffs, starting off with West Branch. We just talked about their Division 1 team taking the win, while their Division 2 team took a win as well. 2-0 would be the final score over Salisbury Elklick, and West Branch once again solidifying themselves as the number 3 overall team. Next up, the Boyertown Bears took their win as well. 2-0, the final scoreline over Richland High School in a really nice victory and a coordinated team effort. All piloted by Avil and Kurlos. Getting the most kills on that series, they really did fight their way on through. In a battle for playoff seeding, Westmont Hilltop would take a 2-0 victory over Penn Trafford. Westmont Hilltop remains as the number 1 overall seed after that victory, not undefeated, but looking to create some waves in the playoffs. Next up, the Boyertown Bears would get their second matchup of the week. Unfortunately, they would face the tough task of playing West Branch. West Branch would walk away with a 2-0 victory and once again push themselves further up the leaderboard. In a battle for playoff contention, Ferndale would take a 2-0 victory over Chartiers Houston. It was a really hard-fought series between the two, but Astro and Skull Ripper both dropping 30 bombs and Jake the Snake dropping a 50 bomb was able to solidify the series and possibly a playoff seeding for Ferndale. In one of our only 3-game series of the week, Boyertown would get their third chance to try and pick up a win. Unfortunately, they would be facing the tough squad of Portage area. Portage area would take the series in 2-1 fashion. Once again, hard fought for Boyertown on a tough week, but Portage would remain a top contender. Next up for the Division 2, we have Richland versus Salisbury Elklick. Both these two teams with a little bit tougher regular season schedules facing off at the end of the season. Richland would be able to take the 2-0 win and add another win right before the end of the regular season. Richland hoping to move on and bring what they learned in this season to next year. Finally, in another matchup between two schools that had already found a matchup, is going to be Chartiers Houston falling 0-2 to West Branch area. West Branch with multiple wins this week going to keep on improving and looking to playoffs to prove their mettle. Done with the recap and on to playoffs here for the TEC Overwatch 2 High School Series. Starting with Division 1, we got to talk about our left side of the bracket. Central Cambria, the number 1 seed, the undefeated Giants, going to be facing off against the number 8 seeded Ferndale. On the same side of the bracket, Winburn will be facing off against Boyertown. That's a 4-5 seed matchup and promises to be one of the best matches of the week. Moving on to the right side of the bracket, the number 2 seeded Penn Trafford will take on Greater Johnstown. Penn Trafford, only 1 loss in the regular season, is looking to avenge that and bring it to the grand finals. In another close-seeded matchup on the same side of the bracket, the number 3 seeded West Branch will take on the number 6 seeded Forest Hills. In a storied matchup between 2 teams that are wanting to prove themselves to earn another title, Forest Hills is looking to make some upsets. The matchup I'm looking at for the week is that close-seeded series. The number 4 seed and the number 5 seed, Winburn and Boyertown. It's a close one. Stars on both sides, and like we said, only 1 win separating these 2 teams. Now we're done talking about Division 1 and their playoffs, but let's move down to Division 2 and see how things are shaking up. Starting with our left side of the bracket once again, number 1 seeded Westmont Hilltop, with only 1 loss in the regular season, will be facing off against Ferndale. Ferndale and a couple of upsets on both the brackets will be looking to bring their test. Still on the same side of the bracket, and another close-seeded matchup. Number 4 seeded Franklin Regional will take on the number 5 seeded Penn Trafford. A close one in terms of overall skill and overall seeding. Both these teams are trying to make a path to that grand finals. Hopping on over to the other side of the bracket, and starting with our number 2 seeded Forest Hills versus our number 7 seeded Uniontown. Forest Hills, the team with multiple trophies in their back pocket, looking to add another, but maybe not for Rocket League this time. On the same side of the bracket, the number 3 seeded West Branch will be taking on the number 6 seeded Portage area. It is going to be a great matchup and is actually my matchup to watch of the week. Only 1 win separates these 2 teams, and they do seem to have both that fight in them. Portage has pulled off some upsets already in the season. The question is, can they do it here again? Well, that's all for our update and recap here for the TEC Overwatch 2. Look forward to the playoffs week number 1. Make sure not only are you tuning into the streams, we've got so many amazing matchups going on. Make sure you follow those Twitch streams, hit the notification button, and make sure not only this content piece, but you're checking out all of our other content pieces. We got them for every single game. We got top 5 plays, and it is going to be awesome. Make sure if you already have not booked your tickets for the May 19th, the grand finals, be there or be square. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Luke Llama 77 Williams, and I'll see you all next time.
Welcome back, everyone. It is time for our last matchup of the afternoon, the round 1 of the Division 2 playoffs here. We've got Franklin Regional versus Penn Trafford. This is the 4v5 seeded matchup, so this could really go any which way.
I've got the last song on my Weeb playlist going right now, getting me pumped for the clash that is going to be this final matchup of the day between Franklin Regional and Penn Trafford. This is a Division 2 Overwatch match. So as far as the anime arcs go, this one I'm hoping gets a little bit intense. Joker, I actually forget what the seeds are for this matchup, but to me it really doesn't matter.
Oh my god!
I wasn't listening. I was like, I had the
4v5
music on. And honestly, it shouldn't matter at the end of the day, anyways, because this is for the highest stakes. This is to continue their trek through the playoffs bracket of Division 2 and eventually get matched up with West Branch or any of the other incredible teams that are going to make it to that finals match. For these teams, it's do or get eliminated, and so hopefully here on Antarctic Peninsula, a breath of fresh air after the 2 Lijiang maps that we've gotten to see today is a do.
Yes! 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 No Lijiang! No Lijiang! Get that overplayed, overhyped map out of here. We're in on to Antarctic. I believe this is slabs or sub-levels?
Sub-levels?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's sub-levels. Hey, it doesn't matter. You know what? What does matter is Cleric 8 is found to pick on 2 player. It is going to allow Penn Trafford's Division 2 team take the first point here to start it off. Another pick. Apollo's going to go down. Mateo following quickly afterwards as well. This is just going to continue to be a hold coming in. An interesting choice coming in from Franklin Regional, Mr. Lord Deethan, is they're sticking with the Orisa.
Yeah, and especially considering Orissa's nerf state right now. Ooh, that was a nice deflect, fun little duel happening between Sunnybro and Spec Venom there. You know, Orisa is definitely in a weaker state than she's been, and so I could see where, you know, the Orisa is coming off of, you know, we've played this the whole season, let's continue running it, or a personal proficiency. In either case, it's also not the worst pick for this map. Better than a Roadhog, I would gander. And so, so really, just need to see Franklin with a little bit of an opening, an opportunity to move in and capitalize on Orissa's push W and walk on someone kind of play style.
Yeah, as Apollo is going to find Spec Venom out. This is a huge pick for Franklin now. They got the opening that they were looking for, but they've got to be able to keep going and get the aggression, get a pick back. The Sleep Dart and the Bum Clump would be huge, and they find the pick in response. There it goes. Finally, things go the way of Franklin Regional. Bum Clump kind of got rezzed into a disadvantage. Position is going to be able to get out for the moment and rotate to the point. Penn Trafford might be able to get to the end, but the Annihilation coming in, Sound Barrier coming through, as well as the Dragon Blade, and that is just going to be a cleanup coming through from Bump Clumps and Co. off the back of the Annihilation. Spec Venom with the finishing blow. Penn Trafford take round number 1.
So good from Penn Trafford. There's things that I feel like I can see from Penn Trafford that I'm like, yeah, that's the influence of the D1 team, right? That's the influence of really getting into the trenches as a team. And Penn Trafford, you know, watching the VODs, getting to hear what we have to say about the way that all of these teams play, or any of the casters here at TEC, and understanding the way that their comp works is really clean stuff. You love to see the fact that they have all of their ultimates for that last fight, and so they aren't able to they aren't caving to any of the opposition that Franklin is putting out. Now, Franklin is putting out opposition. There's actually some fierce resistance, and honestly, Franklin is on a really nice composition as well. At least nice insofar as it can all of its parts contribute to one specific goal at one specific time. There's no outlier in their composition. It's just down to the way that they're going to play it here. As we head out to Icebreaker, I think that the openness will afford itself some advantages to Mateo and Sunnybro. And honestly, as Apollo goes to Brigitte, I think that my faith starts to waver a little bit, but I still want to see what Franklin is cooking. I just don't know why. I would see that the Baptiste and Yana continue to rerun here, but I understand Apollo is also going to look to play their life here.
Big news for Pittsburgh sports fans, I have to say. Paul Skeens just got called up for the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's pretty cool. If you follow anything about baseball, you know he's could be the best pitcher in the top 20 pitcher in the league, and he hasn't even pitched in the game yet. But right now, we've already seen Penn Trafford take control of this. Plain Bagel just take Mateo out. They are going to get traded though, but the point's already been unlocked, right, by Penn Trafford. They've got the opportunity to keep the hold going their way, and Claret Cape finding Sunny Bro. The picks just keep coming through from Penn Trafford. It is just Fluffy Jr. left on the point to be dealt with, and they are with a fist to the face.
Yeah, you're going to see some swaps here from Zen to Lucio on Banana Boat, and Apollo's going to go end up back on the Ana. And you know, I'll be honest, I actually started to see the vision behind the Brig Zen there with the Orisa, but as soon as the DPS players go down there, I'm like, okay, it makes sense that they're going to really suffer the most. So I like this comp a little bit better. Make sure that everyone's getting a little bit of support, and everyone's getting a little bit of support, especially here on Penn Trafford. You have the Valkyrie in action, and actually, just like that, it's gone now too.
Yeah, Valkyrie kind of became committed early on. Not really, not really getting any good value to it. And now we're seeing Fluffy Jr. swap over to the Sigma to try to deal with this composition that Penn Trafford is running at him. The nice rock coming in from Fluffy Jr. taking Claret Cake out. And so Bum Clumps goes down as well. Soundbeer invested a little late. Plain Bagel not going to be able to get the good value that they were hoping for. And the point flips over to Franklin Regional.
Yeah, and this one from Franklin Regional, I feel like is a fundamentally better understanding of how to play these characters in the context of each other. Marvelous stuff, absolutely beautiful. And Mateo is here with the tactical visor, not waiting too long to use it. Actually, it's honestly just at the right time to make sure that the last fight got cleaned up and the next fight is a little bit later to start. You're still going to have to bail out Apollo here. Possibly going to go down. Yeah, that's actually big here for Penn Trafford.
Huge pick, because that nano boost was going to be online soon, right? Now, Mateo is going to turn it around, though. Claret Cape is gone, so there's still an opportunity for the hold to come in for Franklin Regional, right? They still have the positional advantage, and they're trying to walk out here from this tight little corridor, and they're just taking so much span damage from the rest of Franklin Regional that Penn Trafford really can't do much. Overclock from Sunny Bros coming online, getting some shots coming in, and damage is being taken, but no picks come through from it. And now this could be the opportunity, especially with Bum Clumps having the Annihilation available, pushing him away with a boop from Plain Bagel as well. They've just got to be able to open it up here with the Valkyrie. This has to be your go sign, right? Soundbearer comes through, and now everything's going, it has to go your way now, especially with the Annihilation coming in. Gonna be stunned up, trying to be taken down. Dragon Blade coming in. Soundbearer from Plain Bagel. Maybe a little bit of overalting from the side of Penn Trafford, but nonetheless, you take the point anyway.
Yeah, and you force this into last fight territory as well. In fact, it's quite harrowing. It's 13 seconds to touch here from Franklin Regional before the map ends entirely, and it's not actually guaranteed that you get anyone to be able to get there in time. Banana Boat's going for the rollout. The boop's actually going to help them out, so we do get a touch here. Do we have a stay?
And Nicolade going down is massive, right? That's a lot of sustain now gone. Especially with a chance for a nice play, but Spec Venom is going to be able to take Apollo out of the fight. It should be the beginning of the end, and that seems to be the case. The pummel's coming through, the damage is being done, the tactical visoring, and that is then There they go, all down to the ground. Penn Trafford take the map.
Yeah, Ramatra is one of the big winners of the nerfed Orisa this patch, actually. And so unsurprising to see Bumclums. I almost had to I had to double check the name. I was like, there's no way that's actually
Just
I've been casting them for like a couple of weeks now. Unsurprising to see Bumclums have a good amount of success on that Ramatra, especially considering that I think that that's a specialty of theirs. I respect it as a Ramatra player, but it's fair to say that Ramatra is quite a contentious hero for how unfun he makes some of the tanks that should be good for the game. In either case, that's going to be Antarctic Peninsula all wrapped up. Nice little bow. 100 to, I think, nothing there on first point for Penn Trafford, and definitely some slip-ups there on Icebreaker. A lot of time spent taking damage when you really just should be waiting around a corner or two away for your stagger pick to come through. A stagger pick that never should have gotten picked in the first place, while the rest of the team shouldn't be moving forward, is moving forward, is taking damage for some reason, has their ultimates, using ultimates in a fight. So I don't know. Penn Trafford, if they play as poorly as they chose to do so on Icebreaker, it definitely gives Franklin Regional a lot of room to work with. And we see that Franklin Regional is actually really good about seizing that space. Now, a little bit of a choke, a little bit of a hiccup perhaps there in that last fight, but Franklin was killing the punishment of Penn Trafford really, really nicely.
I especially like when they swapped over to Sigma, right?
Yeah.
Even though I think in theory Ram beats Sigma.
Sigma still has some really good counterplay.
Yeah.
We
just it's
a good amount of Sigmas before.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just something they weren't expecting, and we also saw some crazy plays from the Sigma from what was it, Banana? No, it was Fluffy Jr. Fluffy Jr. was on the Sigma. Now why is Banana Boat? Oh my goodness, why are they switching roles, Lord Ethan?
I don't know. Oh wait, no, I do know. It's because of the map. We're in Rialto now, so you have to go for the funny ha-has, the hooks into the sink, the boops into the drip, and hopefully, if you're lucky, there's going to be some amount of swimming here for Penn Trafford, unless you're playing Bagel Make Left.
We're now playing Bagels. What is going on? Ooh, that was a nice hook, though.
That's not even environmental.
That was still a nice hook, though. I don't care.
You're right.
Another hook coming in from Banana Boat, and the res is going to be invested, though, taking him out of the, back into the fight, not taking him out of the fight, because that would be counterintuitive. Another nice trap, Mateo and Banana Boat, the Junker crew, really working wonders for Franklin Regional right now.
I really like looking at the ebb and flow between the tank and support player here for Franklin. You've got it's Mateo, basically inting, moving way further than they should be in Banana Boat season. It's like, hold on, let me be a meat shield in front of you. Let me put myself in front of you before my Junkrat dies here. So I actually really like the synergy on display here from Franklin. They've got a really nice hold on this corner. It's possible that we need to see some swaps from Penn Trafford to make this easier for them. But the fact is that they'll be able to clear this with ults at one point.
Yeah, Banana Boat is looking strong, and hey, you know what? I'll admit when I'm wrong, right? I like to do that. No,
that's all we do as casters at the end of the day.
Oh, playing Bagel, though. It's found Mateo out. It's a nice pick, little pick, but you've got to be able to find more, especially now there's a Nano Hog going wild in your front line, back line, wherever Banana Boat really wants to be. But Plain Bagel is just kind of reigning supreme in the sky. The whole Hog coming online, but it just doesn't matter when Plain Bagel is finding pick after pick in the skies. They are going to be able to find a pick, though, with Sunny Bro on the Sigma. And something about gravity, something about fluxing coming in from Bumclums there to really solidify everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And really, that's all that Penn Trafford needed to do, was just get this first corner opened up. You do still have a good amount of ultimates that Franklin Regional is going to be able to use to continue holding this first point, but really, it's just that first corner that you needed to clear. So Penn Trafford doing the good work so far. really great opening pick there onto Banana Boat. Should make this first point cap a relatively uncomplicated one.
Do you like gravity? Do you like fluxing?
I love gravity and fluxing. Gravity keeps me here on the earth.
Then I have a hero for you.
What have you got for me, Joker?
It's an infomercial about Sigma.
Sigma's prophetic flux.
No, just Sigma in general. Boy, do I have a Billy Mays here with a new product coming in for you. We've got
no.
the Overwatch hero Sigma.
Brand new.
A brand new Sigma Overwatch.
State of the art, fresh from the line. I don't know what they say when it comes to like selling stuff that's manufactured.
Joker's Ransom here, bringing you a new product for your viewing pleasure. Sigma Overwatch. It's got gravity. It's got fluxing. It's got all you need, and that's all. It does it all, and Penn Trafford is using it to their advantage.
Yeah. Sigma isn't actually one of the big winners of the latest patches, but he's kind of environmentally strong because the things that are good at shutting him down are just a little bit less oppressive than they used to be. So really refreshing to see one of the characters that has always been good in Overwatch 2, but that has seen less prevalence recently, get a little bit of time in the spotlight. Now, Banana Boat's going for a warm spotlight there. That's actually, that's a searchlight. All eyes on the Roadhog here. They're still living.
All eyes on me. Mateo's going to be able to find a pick, but there's the barrage coming in response. Finding two of their own, but the trades are going to be there, and a nice hook comes through as well. Banana Boat is going to try to take a breather, but the sound barrier is going to be the one to keep them alive and well for the time being. But, oh, another nice hook coming in from Banana Boat, and Bumclums is all alone without any health taken out of the fight, and now Franklin Region are going to be able to hold on.
Yeah, and you don't have any ults on the side of Penn Trafford as well. So you know, again, if they continue to stagger, if they don't find a way to regroup as a team and then push in, yeah, without losing the Mercy early, without taking a ton of damage from this off angle, you are looking at a map loss here for this team, and they want to win. Man, they want to win.
Banana Boat continuing to just look so good on Zero the Hog. But obviously there's still 2 minutes on to go. But again, they are at this corner, the corner of death, which my good friend Chef Billy and Bullskunk like to. We can't pause the fight, but
no, we're getting another pause here. I think their monitor's shut off again. A little bit unlucky.
Yeah, just a little unlucky, right?
I usually play with my monitor off anyways, so
yeah,
it doesn't usually like
gameplay.
have a measurable. Doesn't ever have a measurable impact on me. I don't play. It's just Overwatch. It's just Overwatch. I don't want to see it. I don't want to. I don't want to have to endure. I love Skyrim. That's why I play Skyrim with my monitor on. I also play Fallout 4 with my monitor on. Not anymore. This latest update that went through. Todd Howard, you rat. I'm just kidding. I can't say mean things about Todd Howard. I can't say mean things about Jeff Kaplan. I say nice things about Aaron Keller, because I think Aaron Keller is actually the saving grace of the Overwatch development team and leadership.
6v6, Lord Ethan, but 6v6.
You sound like Samito right now. You know, this latest patch went through, and you know how I knew Maga was a big loser of this patch was I see Samito get on Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, and post something along the lines of Maga's the new flavor of the month. And I was like, oh, if a schizophrenic person like Samito said that Maga is good,
that's crazy.
then I know that he is trash. I love being able to get on X and see all of the professional players and streamers and stuff drop their takes so that I know just exactly how not to play the game. It's absolutely crazy the way that the game
you're
bend and break
bad at the game
of the highest level players who think that they understand what they need for the game. In any case,
you're bad at the game, man. You can't understand.
That's why it's refreshing to come into TEC on a weekly basis and get to see players who are actually good, and also players who, who don't need to be whimsical high level players in order to really enjoy this game. Like Flats had to be there for a couple of years during the dark ages of his content.
That time between
It's a
them
scary
having
habit.
come. Yeah, Nano and coming in there from Franklin Regional. Only going to find one, and that's just going to be negated fully with a res, but Claire almost goes down again. Hollow's going to get caught out. Now Barrage from the back going to take down no one? Plain Bagel is going to find two, though, with the people that they did damage.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Like an overestimation of the time to kill the TTK there. But hey, if you get the picks, no matter what, we'll absolutely take it. Another dub here around that corner for Penn Trafford, putting them into capture point territory for the second objective. And that third point stretch is definitely one that they want to embark on. They've got to work through a couple ultimates here first, though.
Yes, now they're gonna come in here. Spec Venom's already found two. Banana Boats made the swap over to the Mauga, but Spec Venom stealing the show yet again. 3 picks come their way. And the point goes to Penn Trafford.
Franklin losing their grip just a little bit, had ultimates that you really want to start those fights with, right? You want to set the standards, the expectations for the fight, make the pace as fast or as slowly as you want to make it, and make the enemy play according to that pace. That's not what we're seeing Franklin do right now, but they can bring it back. It's Mateo with the tire and Fluffy Jr. with the sound barrier. You can make this game as fast or slow as you want.
Spec Venom very low at the moment, as we've seen Banana Boat come in on to the Ramatra now. So they're going to look to go in. There's some flux coming in, and it is going to connect to a couple, but no damage. No elims to be found off the back of it fully, and now the res. Why did Nicolade just? Why were they able to res that?
Winnable.
No, it is. No, well, maybe not. Not anymore. With bum comes going down. But how? Literally how? How do they res in the middle of everything?
The tenacity of a good Mercy player, and it's actually so unsurprising to see Nicolate get away with that. I'm sorry, Nicolate get away with that because they are one of the big Mercy players of TEC, especially for Division 2 Overwatch. Apollo is coming into this next fight with a nano boost. You can use that to slow down Penn Trafford, and that's absolutely what you want to get done because they're coming into this with 2 DPS ultimates, lethal ones at that. There's already an opening. Plain Bake. Yep.
Yeah, Plain Bagel almost got caught out there. They're gonna have to invest in now, but the Dragon Blade coming in, not even gonna need the nano boost to find 3. That is gonna be huge. Penn Trafford are
going.
No. Ego all you want. Ego all to your heart's content, because you know what? They had a good play and they deserve to.
Yeah, that's fair.
But this should just wrap up, right, Lord Thief? They just got to deal with the wrecking ball, and then it's kind of gone, so. Because there's nothing. Sunnybro does have, is going to have the tactical visor, but unless they kill 4, I don't think it's really going to matter in the end of it all. They did get it to overtime, and they still haven't really dispatched Banana Boat, who's just continuously rolling around.
Yeah.
You kind of have to look at Banana Boat here. Like, what are they doing? Now they've let Nicolate go down. Annihilation's going to come through. The picks are going to come in. But are they going to be able to kill Banana Boat? Finally they kill the Hammond, and they can finally capture the point.
All according to plan, if albeit not the schedule, or not the timeline, whatever you want to call it there. Ultimately, Penn Trafford gets that 3rd point progress, and that is a massive deal. That means that if if Franklin Regional has a good push, there's no reason to anticipate that they wouldn't. Then you do get a second shot at correcting any of the errors that got made on the attacking phase, and as well that you might be able to have a cleaner defense as well. For Franklin, they definitely want a cleaner defense, right? So they actually have to push all the way to the end in the interest of keeping the series alive, their playoff dreams going, and to give them the best shot at that second chance that they need. Fumbles on both sides lead to what ended up being a really close matchup on Rialto, but things can be so favorable when you're on attack or defense, depending on the comp that you're playing. So really, expectations are up in the air for us, Joker. We have reason to suspect that Penn Trafford is going to have the edge on a lot of these fights, but the fact is that Franklin Regional, I think that they picked this map. They banned Junkertown, so there's some kind of trick up their sleeve, some kind of play in the book that they're going to look to make this a successful attacking phase.
Yeah, we'll see how it works for them, right? They've got to be able to, they've got to match them, or their season, or their series, yeah, they lose, right? No going back. It's a single elimination tournament. There's no lower bracket to run to make a run through. They've got to win it here and now to force a map number 3. But right now, everything's going the way of Penn Trafford.
It is really favorably, so favorably, in fact, that they're able to push all the way into those spawn doors. With Fluffy Jr. gone, you've only got Apollo healing. The team needs to stabilize so they get to safety and prepare for the next attack. Now, Apollo's making some great strides on this nano boost. And probably going to have it around the time Plain Bagel, or just after Plain Bagel lets loose with Barrage. You really got to get out this far because this Plain Bagel is building ultimate like crazy.
Yes, now, you see, they're trying to go for a flank here. Sunny Bro, but they're met with Plain Bagel, but Banana Boat is going to find Claret Cape out. Rez comes through yet again. Nicolate getting skinny with it, getting the Rez on, and now Sunny Bro is down for the count. Off the side into the drink. Flux comes through from Banana Boat though, so there's still an opportunity. Damage has been done, and there's an opportunity to capitalize on it. But now with Fluffy Jr. falling, Banana Boat is so very low right now. Gonna get that healing, gonna get back up, and they have the nano boost to invest onto Banana Boat if they do so choose, but they're getting forced in this room. The Flux coming out right in the spawn. That's just bad manners coming in from Bumclums.
Yeah, it's really good stuff from Bumclums. I actually really like watching Banana Boat Sigma as well. They have some really remarkable plays that they're trying to set up, and this is where Bumclums, as a tank player, comes in. Every time Banana Boat has come so close to being able to secure a really important pick, you've just got Bumclums like putting the shield in their face, hitting them with a rock, disrupting for enough time for that target to get healed back up. Not going to be the case for Nicolate. Going down means that there's a considerable advantage here for
I'm going to go down as well. Now the nano boost coming in, but they did not have their strap gun fully loaded, but it doesn't matter in the end. They're still going to be able to hold on. Again, these hooks come through when Banana Boat doesn't have their gun loaded. I'm gonna go insane. It's annoying me. It's annoying me, Lord Ethan.
Reload your gun. I mean, the hooks have been incredible.
No, that's been great, but it would have been 10 times better if the gun was loaded. Now the Malga coming in from Bumclums to try to really shut things down. Spectre Venom going to be viable to sign Sunny Bro, and this Lucio sound barrier invested as well, pushing back the side of Penn Trafford. Coalescence has to be invested here to heal Banana Boat back into fighting form. Barrage coming in, Blade coming out from Spectre Venom as well. Gonna hook up Bumclums, but they're just not gonna be able to find any picks to come through. And now it's down to 10 seconds. Sunny Bro has the tactical visor. There is, yeah, they're just gonna use that. And there it goes. There's the map. There's the victory coming in for Penn Trafford.
Really clean stuff from them. I loved what we saw from both of the teams today. In fact, from all of our competitors. Aside from the egoing today, holy, in first round of playoffs, no less. Save it for when you guys finally get the titles.
Deserved.
But, I mean, these players.
He just hates people having fun.
That's true. You can ask my entire team.
This guy doesn't like fun.
I hate fun.
Boo
I
this
hate fun.
man. Boo.
Let's get some
Boo,
boos
I
in the Twitch.
Boo.
The
smell, Lord Ethan. Allow the kids to have fun.
They had fun today. They actually had a lot of fun. So did we in the booth. All of the matches that we got to see today were an absolute blast. Perhaps with the exception of watching the same two maps played in 2 straight series. Pick better maps, guys.
Agreed.
But we
Get
got to see
rid of
really incredible stuff
escort.
today. Yeah, true, so true. Give me a good escort map. Difficulty level impossible. It's not Rialto. It ain't. Well, it ain't any of them.
It's
Roots-
Kimbali
Escort
Mon.
six. Escort
It's
six.
Route 66. Yep.
Yeah, that is actually the only good escort map, in my opinion. Hopefully we'll see it played next week. And there are more matches next Wednesday, starting at 3 p.m. EDT.
And then
We'll be back.
Finals. May 19th.
And okay, all right. I thought it was the finals next week. You threw me
No.
off there. I was like, huh? It's already? No. Okay, so we got semifinals for D1, D2 next week, and then finals May 19th. And oh boy, the show that we got for you guys for finals is absolutely fantastic. Got some
We're not gonna be
incredible
there,
folks.
though.
We won't be there, but Q and Hot Sauce will be. So make sure you
And
got May
Llama as well.
19th. Llama. I'm so glad that you mentioned them because I don't get to cast with the Llama too much, but they
Well, you
they're
can't
fantastic.
because they're a color caster and you're a color caster.
And I'm a color. It just doesn't work. The cogs, they don't mesh there. In any case, mark May 19th, very important day. And that's not to say that the other titles we have streaming here on TEC and any of the TEC High School group Twitch channels are done either. Make sure you're tuned in Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays as well for Valorant, Rocket League, and Middle School Rocket League as well. Joker, for us, I think that's it in the booth today. We've got some exciting matches next week and some really good ones that we got to cover today.
Peace out, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day.